If you were here last night, shout yes. All right, well, you should be helping me because I get strength when you pick up, then I'll take it. But I'm looking at the cameras and everywhere tonight because I'm looking for Ebony Jackson. Oh, Jesus. See how jealous y'all are? Let me, she acting like the price is right. Ebony Jackson. Y'all laugh all you want to. If I'm in a meeting where God is doing miracles, Miss Jackson, were you here on last night? See how folk laugh? And God so happened to have another Ebony here. And he kabatisile kupa. And he asked questions of that Ebony who wound up being sick from her diet. Ebony is going to get healed because God is going to recalibrate, restore her whole system. Y'all remember that? No, you don't. But I asked her a question and she said no. Can you bake? Uh-oh. When I said that in the car, you probably almost went crazy. I don't know how you're going to package this. I don't know who you know. I don't know if you know any branding specialists or strategists. Do you? All right. You're going to come up with something, and I'm going to say it, but no one's going to be able to do it really but you. So be careful you share it. You're going to come up with a cake that has less calories. And I'm going to eat it. I sure am. You come up with a cake with no calories. The Lord said something crazy that everything that tastes good that's unhealthy, you're about to make healthy. Uh-oh. She running. I don't know what to say no more. What you're doing, they cannot even learn in culinary school. So I can't, and listen, this is no hitting on it. This is just me acknowledging women the way they should be. Any man who's single with a ministry would love a wife who prays and run around like that. That's how you keep a marriage. She just screaming and I ain't finished. I'm like, that's how you're supposed to act right there. Because most saved women act so off. Y'all act too important. With the jumping and screaming, God says, your thing is going to become like a multi-million-dollar enterprise. I'm going to write a word because I don't want to tell you secrets, so I'm going to write a word. I want to show you this because you're the pastor. I'm babysitting. Is she a member of your church?
Most definitely.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to show you this. This is Not the actual ingredient, but it is the cause. So when as a matter of fact, I'll let you give it to her in a minute. Hold on. Ask her what she just said. I don't hear nobody talking, but I'm going to leave it right alone. You may be seated. Now, somebody ought to scream over this. You're sitting next to a future millionaire. You're sitting next to one. Now you're standing next to one. Whatever your posture is. Be seated. I have to look at the camera. There's a man that God is flaunting with to make your dreams come true. Your last name is Leach. Oh, that's you? Oh, he said, come on, come on, come on. When she started running, the Lord showed me bricks going up. I said, what is that? He said, that's Leach's house. And God said, tell him with that comes a kidney. Y'all ain't talking. Oh. If you're not seeking out, so. Run, David, run, David, run, David. Get out the way. The Bible said when one rejoices, Brother Leach, I want to ask you a question. And hear the way I'm asking it. Have you ever been married before? Are you married now? Where is she? When you ran, the Lord said, I sent 6 angels to chase the demons out of the old house so that they don't follow you into the new one. And somebody that knows it ain't over till God says it's over, you ought to clap and scream because it's your presence. You may be seated. Y'all are being insensitive tonight. If God can't do it, where's my old school? It just can't be done. I have a lot of reading to do. I don't know who you are, and I don't want to know who you are, but the Lord is making me address what I was paying no attention to. Let me just make it simply this plain. There are so many people calling themselves prophets now that are gimmicky to where now all prophets are under investigation. Let's just say, I'm going to see who screams that will catch it, that we're cheating by using Facebook. Eighth row. Let's just say. You couldn't cheat using it. Because how you know who coming to church? That's number one. Two, and I'm done with it because y'all ain't talking. Two, his kidney ain't on Facebook. And what could have been a second marriage ain't on Facebook either. People doubt because they're not a recipient. No, that's all I'm going to say. Be seated. Let's go to the Bible. That was just for the eighth row. Just needed to let it go. Because me knowing what row you in ain't on Facebook either. I can say what you're wearing, then you might leave. Don't come to church to investigate. Come to church to receive. That's the reason why we come. And you should want to see people blessed. I wish I had some people blessed in the city, blessed in the field. And for the record, if you look on YouTube and Google Todd Hall, I've been doing this since '87. No computers, no Facebook. I was the barefoot prophet when I first came to your church, calling social security numbers and your mama's ex-boyfriend. No, I don't know who else. I was only concerned about the one God showed me, eighth row. I don't care. There can't be a false if it's not copying something true. If you go get a copy of your social security card, the original is in your wallet. And some of y'all just have never seen anything original. Because you've been hanging around copies all your life. Now, let's just say, you can help me, nice socks too, but let's just say that if what I was doing was a gimmick, let me free 30 folk will jump, then I should be using the gimmick during money, not for free. You get on your prophecies way before an offering. That's a messed up gimmick. Because the root word for gimmick is gimme. False prophets profit. It's bad when the doubters are even in your family. And they go everywhere else but to you. It's okay. Get your Bibles. You went from prophecy to having to explain it. It's okay. Next time we'll talk to Diane Walker. That's who we'll talk to next. Diane, that's you? I think I just looked you up on Facebook, huh? Did you study psychology? Yes. Did you get a degree? Yes. I said tomorrow, she came up here now. She said somebody gonna have to run for me. I said tomorrow, but she forcing it out of me right now. Draw closer. Bishop, I need your hand. I started to touch you. Look at me, Sister Diane. Every bone in your body is about to receive strength. Especially your left side all the way down. It's the left side that's being stronger because the weak side is going through a transition. Are you still working? You still have a job? May I ask your age? We got to get you to retire with full benefits. I told y'all we getting a lot of money, but y'all don't believe me, but that's okay. I saw letters, then they left, so forget it because I'll mess it up. But I saw CPI, I saw all kind of letters, UPIC, PC. What do you do? IPS team leader. But that's the main thing. Ever been in the business of healthcare? Behavioral health. Okay, good. That's it. That's all right. So when the bishop lays his hands on you, the power of God will begin to visit every part of your body that is causing you discomfort. God is also going to create a retirement plan that's going to cause you to do what you want to do whenever you want to do it. When he lays hands on her, I'm going to ask Marcus to run for her. Because she said somebody has to run for me. When he touches you, I want you to put your left hand on your stomach. All right? Because God said there's some things in there I'm going to correct as well. The church will scream as the apostle lays hands. Do it now in Jesus' name. Some of you don't believe it, but she's being healed right now. And she's got several people running for her. That's how miracles multiply. A church concerned about each other. You may be seated. At the count of 3, just for 100 of you, I mean it, there will be a 30-second dance mode. You're dancing like David, but you're going to wake up wise like Solomon. The sacrifice of praise that you give tonight will turn into the things you need to live tomorrow. If you miss it, Blame it on your own attitude. But y'all gonna have 30 seconds to go hard. You that are watching by social media, our digital platform, YouTube, Facebook, IG, the website, turn your church or your house into a sanctuary. Y'all got 30 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go! Let's go! You that are watching, what are you doing? Break away from that computer or streaming it on your TV and put your feet on the ground and your hands in the air and give God the glory that he deserves. Watch it, Bishop. Some of y'all ain't moved yet, huh? You gonna stay in that one bedroom, huh? Ain't that the man with the cane from last night? Dancing without his cane? Hold on, this man done ran up here. He barely could walk last night. Somebody ought to dance with him right now in the name of the Lord. Don't lean on it. Don't lean on it. There's one more dance, not for everyone, for those who trust God. None of these dances have been for money. God said this dance will liberate anyone in your family who the devil has in his hand. God says the deliverance will happen within 48 hours. 1, 2, y'all acting like you woke up. Wake up! young girl in the orange jacket, what's your name? Talk loud. And how old are you? I want to say something to you because you're nervous, but don't be. I'm a good guy. A lot of us, Nadia, that's what you said, jumped and shouted, and that just ain't your thing, and that's fine. But the Lord said, if she wants me to send her the money for the next school, that if she don't find a yell in her mouth, she's going to miss $40-something thousand worth of student money. And young people, teach her how we make that noise. Bishop, quickly, lay hands on her head. She'll scream right out, I don't hear y'all. Slide over. Touch her. Hello, what's your name? Regina what? Nevels. Regina, you're a nice person, at least to me you are. Your face can say different to people, but you're nice. Are you married? No one's going to believe me, and two people going to hate that I'm telling you this, but while you were holding her hand, your husband walked through the door. That door right there. God said, this is going to liberate you from two temporary relationships. He said, this is the closing of a door. Hey, you are also, I've never heard this term, an intercessory prophetess, which means your frustration comes because God shows you who's liars, who's hypocrites, and you don't mean to treat food wrong, but you're not going to be around hypocrisy. God says, and I don't know what he means by this, then 30 folks scream for God says, when he walked through the door, he had no face. I didn't see a face, but I saw a suit. I saw a lot of things, but no face. The Lord said, tell her, and I've never heard this in my life, and I've been prophesying for 38 years. He said, tell her, and I hope somebody catch it, tell her she can put the face on him. Look how jealous y'all are. Y'all clear this out? Y'all pause them, tell them go around. We got a traffic jam over there. I'm going to ask young man who's running. Hello. How old are you? I want to ask you a question. Don't get offended, okay? Have you ever had to go to court? When you ran by me, the Lord said the computer just deleted all your information. See, I don't hear no. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. His honest answer just cleared his path. It's not that it was bad or good. God didn't care what it was. Young lady, touch her. Work with me. Why are you screaming? He's your friend. May I ask your age? When you were screaming, the Lord showed me something. And I'm tired, but I'm going to rest. The Lord told me you may not catch this, but 8 folk will. The Lord said, could you scream for him and thank God? God said a license is over your head with a new car. You about to drive. I know y'all think I'm playing. Hold your peace. I said wealth is on the way. Y'all acting jealous. Especially you grown-ups. You should have a car by now with your grown self. We want our children's future to be prosperous. All right, hold that hand now. But I'm going to ask every living soul, hear me, even you watching by social media tonight for real. If you have watched tonight and you don't sow, you will not qualify. Even to the 4 atheists that are watching. One of you better sow because you used to be a preacher. You can go on and get in my messenger and write. You can cuss too. I'll write you back. You should be doing what I'm doing. But you got hurt by like people. It was better to not believe in him than believe in him and not receive. God's ready to make it up to you. Thank you, Jesus. I don't know where this new touch comes from. I ain't never felt this like this. It's been happening for the past month, like I'm ducking or something. I don't know where it came from. Everyone exempt business owners will sow $20 tonight. Everyone. Looking for, man, I thought I asked for much more. Then give it. Of your own free will. But I want everyone, one man on this side should repent because you thought you knew what we were going to ask for. Now you need to repent so you can get your old job back. I looked on the side where you were. I tell people that. Don't ever be going through and doubt. Put yourself in a place to receive. When we had our first real prophet in New York when I was a minister, that man stayed 21 days. I was in church 21 days because I knew weren't no real ones coming back anytime soon. We had a lot of great preachers, but when that man called my name, I hit the floor. I don't remember nothing he said. I don't. To this day, I went to sleep. But I miss those days where people would fall out, you put a sheet and they just lay there. Where you can lean on someone and they didn't let you fall. Now you got to praise with your eyes open. Because that inconsiderate person next to you going to let you bust your head wide open. If you own a business, I want you to consider what you want God to bless your business with and give him an offering like Solomon accordingly. I'm not telling you what to give, but God said if you own a business, you must give like a business owner. If you are self-employed, then that means you have graduated from a company determining what you're worth. So don't give like an employee. I don't hear nobody. Give like you can employ people. Young man, stand up. Glasses on. How old are you? How old are you? 30. Where do you work right now? Huh? Uh-huh. For what? I'm not going to ask, do you like it? I'm going to ask, are you getting paid what you deserve? You said absolutely not. I don't know nothing about school. Y'all act like y'all know this school. I don't. Are you happy to have a job? Absolutely. But the salary is absolutely not. Are you giving $20? You are? Just tell me how much you're giving. You don't have to, man. You ain't got to go that high, but I mean, tell me what you're giving. All right. You're not going to believe me unless you walk down the aisle and back, but I don't play. The Lord said his offering is times by 1,000 is his salary. You're going to be making 6 figures. I know y'all don't believe me. Watch. And you and your lovely new wife shall enjoy life for the rest of your days. Watch. And I want to say this just from being an intelligent man. Teachers deserve a lot more money. Because y'all do 2 jobs at one time. Y'all educate and babysit. Stop walking a minute. I don't have a prophecy, but I want to show someone how God listens. Like, we don't know who wrote the dream, but somebody heard it and wrote it. Stand up, baby, with the God is dope shirt on. No, God is dope. Yeah, you wore the shirt, didn't you? Now, let me tell you, what God told Solomon, he's now going to say something similar to you. I don't have a prophecy. I have a phrase that only you can remember because I didn't hear it. But the Lord said, while we were screaming and praising and jumping, you made one phrase that's going to make God change your whole life for the next 10 years. The phrase was, Lord, I lay everything at your feet. You told God, you said, I place these things at your feet. The Lord said, tell you by Tuesday of next week, I'm going to start redesigning your entire life, and you will get 8 years of joy from the 8 years of sorrow, and somebody with a loud mouth better open it. All right, come on. Young man with the white turtleneck. That's what we call it back in the day. Why you still walking? I'm talking to you. Do you preach? Do you know the Bible? How long have you been in church? How many times, without you being judgmental, have you seen people who was preaching and knew they weren't of God? You think God would show that to a normal person if he was not trying to use you to clear the infection? Hot on that side. Hold on. That woman behind you knows more about what you should do right now than you do. She's been talking to you, trying to edge you there. When is your next birthday? I'm seeking the high. I'm laughing because the Lord says, Todd, and he calls me Todd. If the prophecy wasn't coming from you, he would have kept walking. But he's been waiting to see if anybody's real enough, because the only words he will receive is from someone that he believes is authentic. I'm going to take that as flattery. When is your birthday? June the 18th. The Lord said, you have until then to make up your decision in your mind. God says, tell him I want him for his birthday. I want Solomon back. I don't hear nobody help. I want him back. I couldn't say too much of what I wanted to say over the mic. You have until the 18th. At that time, I want you and her to come have a meeting with him. And I want you to know that the way you know it's God is God says, let her make the decision, because right now there's already a home built in Charlotte. But the money is in another state. You're going to think I'm lying. You got till April, make up your mind, June, and then you have a year and a half to say yes completely, because I'm going to say something that he'll call me about later. The rest will scream. Jerusalem of Charlotte is going up. It sure is. It sure is. She said, I told you. You saw her mouth. She said, I told you. Excuse me, what you do for a living? Yeah. You're a probation officer. How long have you had this job? 3 years. You like it? Do you? You like bullying people? What I want to say to you, that you may not believe, and I'm glad that you enjoy your job. You can do what they're supposed to do. A job calls for a certain personality. This is what I want to say to you. I've not been to jail, so you'd have never been my PO. I'm not checking in. But I want to say to you, and I'm hoping they scream while he gets the mic, is God says, tell her if she's here on tomorrow and she dances, I'm giving her $8,000 more onto her salary. That's for real. That's for real. That's for real. I'm not looking. She getting out on good behavior. This the way we used to go home. Eat, talk about the service, how good God was. Did you see the people serving God? No negativity. Everything positive. Go to Lord again, last round. Has anyone in the building that's yet in the building invited someone and they came tonight? God said, if you did, your credit's going up 70 to 80 points. In 24 hours. I'm right here tomorrow. Some of you may not care about credit. I care about my credit. And it makes your name strong enough to co-sign if necessary. But you that didn't scream, don't be trying to hit nobody's credit up here. It's terrible to have a bad spirit and bad credit. Terrible. Terrible. Yes, sir. Leave him. Leave him. You said, I don't mean to interrupt. You said, but everything you told me last year? Oh, you came to the last meeting. And everything we spoke has come to pass? I don't hear anybody talking about it. That's all you can give after that? There's more to come. That's all I'm going to tell you. Yes, sir. This is church. I can tell you ain't never been in a game because you ain't know nothing about. You don't know nothing. I'm going to teach you one in the office. See, you can be saved and have a great life.